So we are doing arithmetic expression. Now, arithmetic expression, to create expressions with number and date data type by using the arithmetic operators. You can use arithmetic operators in any clause of SQL statement except from clause. You can only use the addition and subtraction operators with date and timestamp data types. You know, we spoke about the data types. That is, all those data that come into each of the columns. If I say select star from employees, are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, select star from employees. If I place, now this is what it's giving me. Now, each of these columns, what you are seeing here, they have their data type. I've shown you before in our previous lesson. So this data type here now is number. While this one is virtual, that is character. This is date. You can use arithmetic operators in any clause of SQL statement except from clause. You can only use the addition and subtraction operators with the date and timestamp data type. So this is the date data type, which is this one. If you want to use an operator with it, it can only be plus and minus, which is add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So these are the available arithmetic expressions in SQL. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now we now said operator precedence. Just like in a country, you have the president, you have the governor, or in a family, you have the father, mother, and the children. Now, they are not having the same precedence. The father is higher, followed by the mother, then followed by the children. That is the arrangement, right? So these operators, they are like beings. You are going to use them. So they have their precedence, they have their power. If an arithmetic expression, 2 times 3 plus 4 minus 6, if this expression has more than one arithmetic operator, like in this case now, you have multiplication, you have addition, and you have subtraction. If operators in an expression are of the same priority, now it says if an arithmetic expression contains more than one operator, multiplication and division are evaluated first. Are you with me?
Yes.
Now, if operator in an expression are of the same priority, then evaluation is done from left to right. That is, for example, like that expression you saw. You see, you have multiplication, you have addition and subtraction. Multiplication is higher than addition and subtraction. So you will have to multiply the first two numbers, which is 2 times 3. Now, since addition and subtraction are of the same priority, it means that you have to now work from left to right. So that is what this is saying. You can use parentheses to force the expression that is enclosed by the parentheses to be evaluated first. You see what he's saying? That is, if you want to change the priority, then you can use brackets to do that. So rules of precedence. Multiplication and division occur before addition and subtraction. Operators of the same priority are evaluated from left to right. Parentheses are used to override default precedence or to clarify the statement. So that is what arithmetic operators, that is how they work. So using it in SQL query, now I have said what we have been doing is select star from employees, right? Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I am going to manipulate my output. Hello, sir. Are you with me?
Yes. I'm with you.
Okay. So now I'm going to pull out output from the database. We all know that when you say select star from employees, these are all the columns that you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 columns. That's what we have. Okay, right now, I want to select last name, right? And I want to select salary. And I'm now going to do some mathematical manipulation to give me an output that is not existing in this database. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say select. So I want to bring out the last name and the salary, and then I want to bring out the annual salary plus bonus. So I will have a column that will tell me the name of the employee. I will have another column that will tell me the salary of the employee. Now, I want another column that will tell me the annual salary of the employees plus bonus of 400 naira. Now, that last column is not existing in this database. Are you with me?
Yeah.
I want to get the annual salary of the employees plus 400 naira bonus. So if the employee salary, like this one now, is 24,000, what will be the annual salary? That will be 24,000 multiplied by 12, right? I want a column that will give me the last name of the employee that is existing in the database, right? The salary of the employee is existing in the database, right? But I want another column that will tell me the annual salary of the employees plus 400 naira bonus. Are you with me?
Yes. Yeah.
I want to see the annual salary of each employee plus 400 naira bonus. Now, how do I write that? How do I bring that out? It is not existing in the database, but I want to see it. So I am going to say select last name, which is that column is existing. I will mention the column, which is this column, last name. I will say comma.
Okay.
Are you with me? I will say comma. Then I will call this column, which is salary. So I want to see that column, right? Then I will say comma. Then I will say the last column that I want now is, I will say 12, right? Because if I want to get that column, I want to get the annual salary of the employee. The annual salary of the employee will be 12 multiplied by salary. So then plus 400 naira. Are you with me? This is the mathematics. Yeah. This is the column I want. I want this column. Let me drag down. I want this column. I'm looking for the annual salary of the employee plus bonus of 400 naira. So you have to multiply 12 by now. Now, get me. Because I want to get it for all the employees. Are you with me?
Yeah.
I want to get it for all the employees. So I am going to supply the column. The column name is what I'm going to use. I'm going to multiply the column name by the number, which is 12, annual salary. That will give me annual salary. Then I want to add bonus of 400 naira to that annual salary. Let me just take it step by step. Let me remove this one first. Let me say, okay, I want to get a column with this query. Let me cut this one. I'm going to put it here. Right? I want the last name of the employee, the salary of the employees, and then the annual salary of the employees. I want it out. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say 12 multiply by salary, which is that column name. Right?
Yeah.
Then from where do I want to get it from? From employees. Did you see that? From employees. Then I will terminate it by putting the double semicolon. So this is the script. Select last name, salary, then annual salary, which is 12 times salary from employees. Now, I will do something, but before then, I want you to see what this output will be. So are you looking at my screen?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to run it. Now, can you see that whatever I use as the expression, is what will be the name of the column. The name of that column is the name of the expression. The expression is 12 times salary. So how does it do this? What it will do is that it will go to the first, it will come to the first row, right? This first row. It will see this first person. It will pick the last name. He will take the salary and then he will multiply it by 12. He will come to the second person. He will take the last name. He will take the salary and then multiply it by 12. That is what he's doing. He's doing it one by one. But it is so fast that you saw everything at once. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So that is the beauty of it. The beauty is that he's doing it so fast. If you were to do it manually, you will have been doing it manually. 1, 1, 1, 1. You bring it out, you multiply it by 12, you get the answer. But now you know the language. Just speak the language automatically to the system and to do it for you. So I am saying, give me another column, but let that column be the annual salary. Multiply by 12. So do you understand now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what we have. Now, I want this column, when he's reporting it to me like this, he should give me a different thing as what? Annual salary. That's what I want. So it is called alias. So I'm going to give an alias to this column name, to this expression. So I'm saying that instead of giving me 12 times salary as the column name, I will just put space, and I will type annual. Now I will put it capital letter. I will say annual salary. But something would, if I put it like this, because there is space, annual. Now, if I leave it like this, it's going to throw me an error. Watch. I'm going to try to run it. See? It threw me an error. Now, let's read the error. An error was encountered performing the requested operation from keyword not found where expected. From keyword not found where expected. That is why. Now, why is it giving that error? Because of these spaces that you are seeing here. So, if you are going to write something that has a space, you have to, let's say I remove this. Let's say I remove this salary, right? It's not going to have any error again. It will run it. Now, the column, this 12 times salary, it will not appear as the column name again. It's going to give me annual as the column name. Watch. Can you see that? It has given me annual as the name, meaning this is the alias for this 12 times salary. But if I want to say, give me that name as annual salary, I will have to do this, but I have to put it in a double quote. I have to put it in double quote. The whole of that name. I have to put it in double quote. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Now, when I run this now, it will come here as annual salary. It won't give me error again. Did you see that?
Okay.
So, I'm now beginning to manipulate the output. And I'm following rules. So I'm telling you those rules now, that when you type an expression, the name of that, okay, let me copy this line and put it in the second line so that I can change the other one. So I'm going to remove this. I'm removing that. So this, if I run this one, I run it, it's telling me that that expression is being used as the column name, 12 times salary. Are you with me? Now,
Yeah.
look at the answer that the system got. So if I bring out calculator, Now this is calculator. Now if I say this is the salary is 24,000, right?
Yes.
24,000 times 12. Did you see that? 288,000.
So I missed that.
I multiplied the 24,000 by 12
Okay, okay, okay.
and I got 288,000, which is the same thing that the system is getting. Can you see that? So look at what I'm doing manually on my own. 17,000 multiplied by 12. Did you see that?
Okay, okay, I saw, okay, okay.
See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Equals
Yeah.
to, so 204,204,000. That is what the system got. So if I'm to do this manually, you can see how long it will take me.
And difficult, yes.
Yes. So, but I just spoke the language to the computer and say, go to the database, pull out the last name, pull out the salary, then give me an additional column that will be the annual salary, which means multiply every row in that table by 12. So by supplying the column name to this expression, so I have three things here now. I have numeric constant, which is 12, is a constant. I have the operator, which is multiplication. Are you seeing that now?
Yeah.
Then I have the column name, which is salary. These are the three components that I need for that expression. Then I put it there. And I now say from employees, which means you must have a source. So go to this place, get all this data for me. So the system automatically did the calculation. And the system did this calculation because the algorithm has been written inside it. He knows how to do this multiplication. So when you are adding an alias to a column, you just say space, then you type the column, the alias name. If it is just one, as in annual, there is no need to put this double quote. But because I space it and I have annual salary, that is why I have to put the double quote. So now if I run this, you see, it's giving me annual salary as the column name. Do you understand? Yeah, yes, go ahead, sir.
What about if we put a quote annual and then we quote again? What will be the result without adding the salary?
Okay, we can always do it for you to see. Like this, right?
Yes.
Okay, if I run it, it's still going to be the same. Can you see that? But there is no need putting the double quote when you just have one name there. So if I run this, it will not give me error. But if I put space salary and I did not put the double quote and I run this, it will give me an error. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That is it. That is just it. Now he's seeing it as after this, he's looking for the from and he's not seeing the from where he's supposed to see it. That is why he threw you that error. But when you put this double quote, that is the rule. It has been programmed to operate following that rule, which is the law that has been programmed into it. That once you see this double quote, that means alias for that column. So you are going to use that as the alias for that column. And then you will now expect to see the from, where the from should be. So this is it. So when you run this one, it's going to give you this output. So this is how you are manipulating your output.